right, man. Let's talk about Dwight Howard. The water around your lips. Dwight Howard got finesse scammed out of $8 million reportedly, man. So thought he was buying into the WNBA team, the Atlanta Dream. It was all a dream. You know, I used to do just read Word Up magazines. Like, my thing is this. How do you, Dwight Howard, get tricked out of an $8 million thing? And why are you purchasing into a WNBA team anyway? Riddle me that, Batman. You just throwing $8 million away. You were better off going to the titty bar. You was better off going to the titty bar throwing $8 million away. A milli. 8 milli. And I'm gonna tell you why this is so sad for Dwight Howard and kind of why it don't make sense for me. But check out the NBA Talk playlist, the music entertainment playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Georgia man guilty of cheating ex-NBA player Howard Parsons out of $8 million. Chandler Parsons too. He said Georgia businessman was convicted Friday on 5 counts of federal jury in Manhattan of defrauding former NBA players Dwight Howard and Chandler Parsons of a combined $8 million. Now, Chandler Parsons been stealing money for quite some time. All right, sitting on the end of benches, not doing nothing. Calvin Darden Jr. was found guilty of fraud, bank fraud, money laundering, and 2 different conspiracy counts. Darden was involved in multiple schemes of former NBA agent Charles Briscoe, who pled guilty in this role in the case last year. So an agent was helping him. Prosecutors present evidence that Howard sent Darden $7 million payment for a former All-Star. Thought it would be, was part of an effort to purchase the WNBA team, the Atlanta Dream. Parsons was tricked into a fraudulent investment into development of the career of number 2 draft pick James Wiseman. That was down the drain regardless because he trash. Government lawyers have indicated that the plan to argue for a sentence of 11 to 14 years for Darden, who was also convicted of multi-million fraud scheme in 2016. So he ain't learned. He been sitting in the shoe, or he just ain't learned. The jury, which took 5 hours to reach the verdict after a 2-week trial, was presented evidence that Darden used $6.1 million of Howard's $7 million on 2 cars, including a Lamborghini, $110,000 on the piano, $90,000 on watches, and to help purchase a $3.7 million home in Atlanta. Howard testified against Darden in a trial. He went out there and done some ninja stuff with the money. Didn't even do invest the money and all this type of stuff. Had he invested the money and made a return and paid Dwight some return, maybe Dwight would have cut his foot off his neck so much. But this is like I said, in Atlanta ain't nothing but scammers, man. Atlanta is one place you don't want to be. It's dirty, they robbing, they stealing, they got everything going on down there. This is one place you don't want to be. If you want ghetto and you want to be in the mix and all that, cool. I ain't with all that. They nasty down there. They trifling down there. They rob you down there. You heard Jessa Lyrics I think she was on the Breakfast Club, or she was doing an interview saying that dude robbed her at the gas station, knew who she was like, I love your work. And he was fortunate enough, or she was fortunate enough for him to let her grab her purse out the car, and she stole the rental car. That's how they coming. No diddy. But like I said before, if I go down there to eat for a minute, I don't even shop. Them weird ninjas down there, I'm eating out and gone. But the best investment he made was probably the goddamn piano. We and they finesse Chandler Parsons too, but we be doing this to our own people, bro. Own people. And what's so sad about it for Dwight? The white around your lips. What's so sad about it for Dwight? What's so sad about it for Dwight is Dwight got one of the coldest teams out there. His legal team is out cold. That's what I don't understand. Like his baby mama, Royce, whatever, she can't say nothing or do nothing to say nothing about her. He got her on lock. And now we know kind of his sexuality leaked out there why she can't say nothing. But they don't really care about that. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. So but that's what kind of shocked me, because He got one of the coldest legal teams out there. He got one of the coldest legal teams out there. You know what I'm saying? His legal team shut his baby mamas down. They can't say nothing, do nothing. You don't never hear him complain about custody or nothing. And I kind of see why he shut him down, because, you know, some of the things about his sexuality started to leak out and all that. And that's his personal business. You know what I'm saying? So you're dealing with these people, and he had, you know, he was a businessman, and you know, he had an NBA agent with him that made it seem solid. And it's people like that that just take advantage of people. This is why you got to learn the business for yourself. Tyler Perry, very successful person in Hollywood, made a bunch of money. Found out his account team was overpaying the IRS, fired everybody, not fired everybody, fired everybody. Fired his whole account team. IRS owed him money. What is y'all doing? That's a dangerous thing of just about having something about having nothing. Because ain't nobody trying to lose half of something or half of nothing, half of everything. One thing about it, my good brothers and sisters out here is it's hard to find people you trust. You got day one people that'll backdoor you. And then you can find a day three person that show more loyalty than the day one person. So you don't know, man. I mean, Tupac had a great line. I think it's one of his best lines that I always refer back to, especially on this channel. He said, I think on Toss It Up, it was the last video he ever shot when he was alive. He had this is one of the greatest lines he ever spit. He said, you know, who can you trust? Only time will reveal. That line was deep. He said, who can you trust? Only time will reveal. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so, but yeah. Yep. But that's what it is. So Briscoe's received 3 months of home detention and 3 years for supervision for one count of wire fraud last year. So he's a repeat offender. The case was part of a sweeping series of charges and arrests made by the Southern District of New York last year. Next year, former Morgan Stanley financial advisor Daryl Coleman is set to stand trial as part of the scheme the government alleges to defraud Boston Celtics star Drew Holiday, amongst others. So it's more stuff to come. So these dudes ain't finding this shit out. The government is helping them out finding this out. And let me say this about these athletes too, man. They gullible. They're easy to finesse. And that's why one of the reasons they go broke. So it is what it is. Finesse that ass. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Check out the current news playlist. Hit me up. Hit my link tree up. You can find me on Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon Music, Kick, Twitch, my other platforms, Instagram, Spotify, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Appreciate y'all. Peace.